Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. So this week, I'm looking at two trades at the moment, so not a lot of trades to look at right now this upcoming week. So we start with the DXY, the US dollar currency index. So on the weekly, what can we still see? The weekly is still bearish for me, so I will go over it again. This was our high. This is one leg low because the weeks go over into each other here. So I will delete that. So these weeks go over into each other. So this is 1, 2, 3. So this is the bearish W, same. So we didn't broke it here, this last high. So we didn't broke this high wick here. So that's why we had that bearish W and we went down. Then we made the same lows in a bearish market. We expected the same highs, which we didn't do, because we had here impulse, and after that we can receive correction potentially. But we are still bearish. We have this weekly bearish candle close, so we can go more to the downside because the weekly was still bearish. So if I go then to the daily chart, like this daily chart, you can see we made a nice pattern that I was a week or two forecasting. So we had our shoulder 1, had shoulder 2, and we tapped it 2 times. So we took some liquidity from this zone 2 times. The first one we didn't complete, not fully yet. We had here that resistance that's become support, and then we made that double top with that liquidity of that shoulder 1 region here, and then we went to the downside. So now I expect more downside momentum for the DXY. So yeah, and then within that we had some kind of pattern here, that bearish W that could hold the price down. So I expected DXY to go bearish. If I go on the 4-hour, very impulsive, maybe we can receive correction, and then an impulse again. That's also possible. So yet also this major correction against that daily trend, as you can see. First touch, second touch, third touch, bam, we went to the downside. So very nice. So then, yeah, we can go to the daily -27 here, which is aligning with the monthly low zone where the buyers are sitting at. As you can see, every time we are at these zones, we have some buyers here sitting. So we'll see what will happen there. Very interesting zone if we tap it. So then USD-CAD. So what do we expect? We expect USD-CAD to go bearish. So if I go on the weekly, so we expect it to go bearish. I'm looking for a kind of long. But yeah, we have some criteria against us. So what do we have against us? We have the driver against us. So this was our shoulder 1, had shoulder 2 here, and we are bearish. So we are having this bearish W. Within that, you have this smaller bearish W. You had that previous support that became resistance, as you can see. So this was our support region, which become resistance. The only thing we have with us is our candle, and the rest is against us. So normally I will not take it, but I was looking at it to see if it play out. If I take it on a smaller FTMO count, because I will have two accounts, one with 200K and then another one with 50K, that I will try some things out. So as you can see, what we have on the daily, so the weekly is majorly against us, but we can still maybe go more to the upside. That's possible. We have that weekly bullish candle. So on the daily, what can you see? You have that bullish M here, and it's coming in our daily zone of interest. So this resistance can become support. We have our ascending trend line, first touch, second touch, potential third touch for more upside momentum till the daily -27. So we can potentially seek for a diesel on the 4-hour here or some pattern. We will see what will happen, but this I will just take on my 50K account for my Forex funds, because on my previous strategy that I'm also tested was if I have just one of the two. So if I have a weekly candle with us, then it's good also to take a long, even if the weekly trend is short. So then I can take it on my smaller account. So, but if I take my 4 rules now, you have the trend against you, you have a pattern against you, the fib you don't have yet against you. The only thing you have with you is that you have just a weekly candle, so you have 1 of 4, so it's a lower potential trade to take. So yeah. Then also with the DXY, that can go more to the downside, potentially going to that daily lows here. So this taking in count as the DXY is also bearish. Then CADJPY, the last trade on the weekly. What can you see on the weekly? The weekly is for me, yeah, very impulsive, bullish. And then we had some 2 weekly bearish candle closes. So there is a kind of indication that we can go more to the downside because we had here our selling zone. Our weekly selling zone was sitting here. The sellers were sitting at this zone, at this weekly highs. As you can see, sellers kicking in, very impulsive. So this time can also happen, monthly high. So yeah, so what I saw them was I went to the daily, and on the daily I can see we have a clear bullish M. We have our first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, and then we can go to the daily lows to take a pattern fake out. But then I did my horizontal line at this buying zone, and as you can see, as you look further, you can see that this is resistance. This was clear support, some resistance, resistance, resistance here. So it's a small supply and demand zone on daily. It's a supply and demand zone. Came very impulsively to the downside. So we can expect maybe some buy orders here for short term that we can have there. So this is the pair I'm looking at on the 4 hour. Yeah, it's very impulsively. So if we can go a little bit more corrective like this, or we can just make also the diesel here for taking a long. So this is possible. So this is my week. 2 trades I'm looking at. One, a higher risk USD-CAD that we need to take in account. CADJPY, just bullish. We can take it with in mind the weekly highs that got taken, but we have our weekly bullish driver with that daily supply and demand zone sitting here. So just 2 trades I'm looking at for the moment. So we will see what will happen this upcoming week. So have a nice trading week, everybody, and see you next week. Bye.